My part?
Yes, I was fully aware that you would be coming. I even knew from where. I knew you would arrive in West Rukon District. That's the reason why I posted surveillance there. I lowered the wall around the Serete right after your arrival. And additionally, placed squads 3 and 9 behind the gate. Then I had Geen drive you two away personally. Because the wall had been moved down, and with the captains roaming around there, behind it, I knew that Kukaku Shiba's Flower Crane Cannon would be your only way in. I will say your arrival was spectacular, and your group outwitted and outfought even the captains. Every single Soul Reaper in the whole Serete was occupied with looking for you. Yes, the entire situation was very exciting and engaging. Thanks to the distraction that you provided, even the murder of a captain received little attention. You made things easy for me.
But hold on. I don't get this. How did you know that we'd arrive in West Rukon District?
That's completely obvious. It had to be there. West Rukon District is Kisuke Urahara's base of operations. The only place you could enter using a Senkaimon that he created was West Rukon District.
What?
That surprises you? Really? You work for him, don't you? Didn't you come to recapture Rukia Kuchiki on orders given by Kisuke Urahara?
What are you...
Oh, I see. Then that means you haven't been told. Ah, well. I suppose I can tell you now that it's all over. To start with, are you aware that Soul Reapers have 4 basic combat methods? They are Zanjutsu, Hakuda, Ho-Ho, and finally Kido. Each of these disciplines requires that the user have a certain level of power, but in attempting to master any particular one of those methods, one eventually runs into a wall that's determined by one's potential. At that point, improvement comes to a full stop. All Soul Reapers have these limits. It's unavoidable, but the question becomes, is it possible to break through the walls one encounters? It is, but only by one means. The solution is called hollowification. The hollowification of a Soul Reaper, the Soul Reaperification of hollows. By removing the barrier between these two opposing life forms, new heights of power and ability can be achieved. This isn't a new theory by any means. It's been around for quite a while. I focused my efforts on hollows, and eventually I was able to send out a number of hollows with powers very much like those that are possessed by Soul Reapers. Hollows that could turn off their spiritual pressure and make Sanpakto disappear just by touching them. Hollows that could fuse with Soul Reapers. But none of them could be truly considered a new kind of being. There were others who delved into this field, but they were hindered by ignorance and the limitations of their ethics. In the end, no one was successful at it. That is, not until Kisuke Urahara. Working outside the Soul Society's scientific community, he created a substance that could remove the barrier between hollows and Soul Reapers in an instant. It was called Hogyoku. It was very dangerous. At least he seemed to think so, because before long, he tried to destroy it. However, it was to no avail. To Kisuke's dismay, he soon discovered that he was not able to eliminate his creation. And so, reluctantly, he did what he had to do. At that point, Kisuke placed a protective shell around the Hogyoku. By doing so, he was able to implant it deep within a person's konpaku. Now, do you understand? The hiding place that he ended up choosing was you, Rukia Kuchiki.
What?
By the time that I'd become aware of this secret, you'd already gone missing somewhere in the world of the living. But instinctively, I knew that Kisuke Urahara was behind it. I can think of no one else who would have the capability to create an untraceable Gigai. So then, do you finally understand the truth now? He wasn't trying to help you. He was turning you into a human to conceal the whereabouts of the Hogyoku. Luckily, the situation didn't last long. It was only a few months later that you were discovered in the world of the living. And immediately,
Aizen!
It's been a long time since I was able to set eyes on your face. Tell me, what brought about the change, Sajin?
Why, you... How dare you grin at me like that, Aizen? You betrayed, misled, and deceived us all. But now you're going to pay for that. And so will you, Kaname. Explain yourselves if you can. Or is there no good explanation? I'm sorry, Kaname. Bunkai! What? Aizen is still standing next to Kaname?
Hado number 90, Kurohitsugi.
They're both captain class. How could they be so unequal in strength?
Kyoka Suigetsu's complete hypnosis is flawless. Even if you know it's coming, you can't prepare. It's impossible to evade.
A level 90 Aisho Haki? Now that's scary. But I have to ask, when did you achieve that?
No, it was a failure. I couldn't even summon a third of its normal destructive capability. Hado in the 90s are rather unwieldy. Well then, I'm sorry. Now, where did we leave off? Oh yes, Rukia Kuchiki. The moment when you were discovered in the world of the living, the very first thing I did was to eliminate the Council of 46.
What?
Isane probably told you something to the effect of, Sosuke Aizen faked his own death and disappeared, and then he plotted and carried out the murder of the Council of 46. But that isn't the way it really happened. After you had been located, I killed the members of the Council, and then I placed a spell on the Central Underground Assembly Hall. That way, I made it appear as if the Council members were alive and were simply in session. Even if someone were to enter the chamber, they wouldn't see anything unusual. But then, if they didn't have the Council's permission in the first place, no captain would even be attempting to go there anyway. Then after that, the three of us hid ourselves inside the underground assembly hall. From there, we issued orders as though we were the Council of 46, with no one on the outside being any the wiser. To ensure that you were captured and returned, we dispatched your brother and Renji. In order to dissolve your Konpaku and extract the Hogyoku that had been hidden inside of you, the plan that I put together was to execute you with the Sogyoku. But we were cognizant of the fact that your Ryoka friends might very well make an attempt to rescue you. If the execution failed because of such an attempt or for some other reason, I needed to have a backup plan at the ready. And what I found is this.
No!
The secret. Amazing. Something as small as this. The Hogyoku. The Konpaku itself is undamaged. Amazing technology. Unfortunately, you are no longer needed. Kill her, Gin.
All right then. Shoot him dead, Shinzo.
Byakuya. Byakuya. Byakuya, why? Why did you? Why? Byakuya. Byakuya. Byakuya.
Ah, there's a face I haven't seen for a while.
Don't move. You twitch so much as a finger. And you lose your head.
I see.
Don't move.
My apologies, Captain Aizen. I got caught.
Captain Tosin.
And it's over.
What?
Can't you see? Take a good look around. You're completely surrounded.
Aizen. Captain Aizen!
It's over, Aizen. What is it? What's so funny, Aizen?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's time.
Soiphone, get back!
You know, it really is too bad. I wouldn't have minded being your prisoner a while longer. Bye-bye, Hongiku. I'm sorry.
Huh? He's rising! You can't escape! Stop. That light goes by the name Negacion. It's something that the Menos Grande use in order to rescue each other. The moment that light envelops something, it's all over. They're in another world now. It's been taken out of our hands. There's simply nothing that we can do any longer. It's the reality that anybody who's ever fought against the Menos Grande is well aware of. That from the moment at which the light came down, this was already over, and Aizen was beyond our reach even then. Kaname! Come down here, Kaname! Why? Why did you become a Soul Reaper? Wasn't it for the sake of your dead friend? Wasn't it so that you'd be able to uphold justice? Where is your sense of justice now? Where has it gone?
I told you, Sajin. The path that I choose to follow is the one that's least soaked in blood. Justice is always there, and in fact, the path I walk is justice.
Tosin!
You joined forces with the Menos Grande, but why?
To seek greater heights.
Have you fallen, Aizen?
Don't kid yourself, Ukitake. No one has ever stood atop the heavens before. Not you, nor I, nor the gods. But the unbearable vacancy of heaven's throne ends now. I will stand at the top. It's time to say goodbye, Soul Reapers. It's time to say goodbye, Ryoka boy. You did prove to be interesting, at least for a human.